What up, gamers? It's your favorite fucking Demigod. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the update version 2.0.24. Now, people have been debating and asking me about this character Eyelash. First off, what are we debating about? He's an epic hero, epic plus. Like, I'm free to play. I'm gonna spend my resources on the mystical heroes. Like, even the lowest tier mystical hero, I'm gonna upgrade more than I'm gonna do an epic plus hero. Like, we're to my end game here. I'm free to play, yo. I gotta use my resources wisely. But since we want to talk about him, let's talk about him. And for those who asking, no, I do not have my mic in. My mic will be here in about 2 to 3 weeks. But y'all are not here for my voice. This is not a sex chat. Y'all are here for the information. All right, so let's get right into it. So when it comes to Eyelash being updated, his first and second skills are the ones that's being affected. As of right now, level 3 skill damage increases to 120% and level 4 rage recovery increased to 20. What they're doing is they're adjusting it. They're swapping level 3 and level 4. So now level 3 will be the rage recovery skill and level 4 will be the skill damage increase skill. So none of that changed. It just flip-flop. So when it comes to his second skill, same thing. So the attack increase changed to his attack increase according to the percentage of Eyelash attack. The increase rate increases from 30% to 50% at level 1 and from 40% to 75% at level 3. So instead of buffing the actual character, it's going to go off of his attack. In his skill 3, it's the same. Nothing got touched. So you guys can debate on if you're going to use Eyelash or not, or it is what it is, but people don't care. But I'm not worried about that. So when it comes to the other update, let's get right into it. All right, so now we're gonna hop straight into some gameplay here. Another thing that's coming with this update is that they reduced the overall difficulty of the road to be strong. Now, if you ask me, the road to be strong wasn't that difficult to start off. Maybe it was because I'm in the early to mid game, so maybe like in the high tier levels, maybe you guys are having problems, maybe you're struggling. But at this lower to mid game, it's not that hard. So either you're doing something wrong with your team composition, or I don't know what it is, but it's not that difficult. I will say that from floor 1 to 2, I did use the starting 5's hero. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. So floor 3, I saw that the teams were getting a little stronger, so I went on and put in my males. And I got that in the last video. If you haven't checked that out, I put a link to the description below. Also, if you have not checked out that video, I just pinned my own post to where I added 2 more redemption codes on that video. So if you haven't used any redemption codes at all, because everybody is always asking in Discord, are there any new codes? Not even just Discord. People are always asking on the game, are there any new codes? And I try to help them out, and I post in the chats and things like that what the codes are. But you can find these codes for yourself. Same thing about this update. You can find it for yourself in Discord. But not everybody uses Discord, including myself. I don't really like using Discord, but I did it. I'm doing it for y'all. But yeah, so if you ain't got those codes, we'll get those codes. I just put 2 more up today. They are currently in use today. But let me talk about the gameplay video. So what I should have did in that first bot, I should have went over all of the skills that I have. I like to focus on the skills that are for all. So I like to focus on my recovery because I don't have a healer. Most of my skills are either self-heal or they don't heal at all. So I make sure I get some type of survivability. I make sure I get damage for all. I make sure I get defense for all, crit for all, and there's like 1 skill that I got for like my damage dealer because it was like the best choice out of the 3. So I'm not gonna talk to this whole video. Or for those out there complaining that road to be strong is like too difficult or whatever, like I don't know if you're just trying to take on like the toughest of enemies formation. Like if you can't beat it, go to the lowest one and try them. And because the most important thing here is to get your road to be strong coins. That way you can get those free top tier. Well, they're not free because you're spending your coins on them, but so you can get those heroes. Like you're literally selecting the hero you want. Like I'm free to play. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta grind for mine. All right, like now, I'm not gonna talk to this whole video. I do want to talk about my formation and what I have here. So the most important thing that I want to point out here is that when it comes to this skill coming up right here, the acute observation, is that it's like a battery or a rage battery for my team. So whatever hero gets the kill, they get 40 plus rage back. And the thing is with Genos, if he uses his ultimate, which you're going to see in a couple of clips coming forward, he's gonna either generate 80% of his rage back, or if he kills 3, he's gonna generate 100% of it back. And then he's gonna attack again with his skill. So the most important thing about Lightning Max is, like I said, he's a battery for your team. Now that might not go too well in like you know, when you get in the tournaments for like arena and everything. But for Road to be strong and the trials and everything, that is one great support skill. Even though it does no damage, it's really for your damage dealer. Cause like once he take out 2 or 3, he automatically attacks again. So that's 2 procs from the strongest person on your team. And even if even if you're a damage dealer, your quote unquote highest damage dealer don't get the kill or whatever. Like let's say that fucking male's guard get the kills or something. Okay, cool. He's still gonna get energy for his next proc. So even if your strongest damage dealers don't get it, it's still a buff for your team to help all of them get their rage up and just wipe out the enemies. All right, I do want to point out that that is my level 80 males. I did not make the video of me picking him, but I will explain, like in my last video when we did the Road to be strong, and I had to make the decision. I did pick males. I'm gonna get into why I picked him later in my next videos when I make the top tier videos, and I'm also talk about Light Max more and it's a cute observation skill. But you do get to see it here. You get to see it in action. I'm not gonna, just talk through the gameplay of this video. You can watch it yourself and watch the combos. But back to the rest of the updates. So like you can find all this out in Discord. If you don't have Discord or you don't want to download Discord, you want to deal with the people in Discord, I got you. Follow me. So they added buffs displays panel in battle. The buffs display will be more clearer, easy for players to check. The optimization. They optimized the guild boss function. The comeback experience of the guild has been optimized, and the rewards of joining the guild boss has been increased. And like I said, as a free to play player, I need all that I can get. So that's a plus right there. You cannot challenge the challenge guild boss maximum rounds have been adjusted from 10 rounds to 5 rounds, but that doesn't really affect me much. Like I said, as a free to play player, I wasn't just out there, dropping my gold on, I wasn't out there dropping my gold on more chances. I do my 2 freebies and that was it. I gotta save it. Gotta save my gold for what I want to spend it on, right? And like I said, the reduced the difficulty of some levels of the extreme trial. That I haven't gotten to that yet. We'll talk about that later. Like extreme trials is just, so you get the strongest teams that you got. You pretty much take as a free play player, you take what you got and you just climb as far as you can go. You worry about adjusting everything later. All right, that'll do it for the video. Like I said, you can watch the rest of it. It's almost to the end. And if you know those people who are spamming in chat for codes, send them to the video in the description. Like I said, I try to help out everybody, but when you got hundreds of people, hundreds, new codes. What are the codes? Are there any new codes? Like I'm out here for you. I'm trying to give you the information. Help me help you. If you ain't got those codes, check out the previous video. Link is in the description. And with that, I am out.